teenagers tend to crack them, business people tend to have them glued to their hands, and surprisingly, many toddlers can operate it. It is the one, the only, the iPhone. Chances are you, your parents, or your significant other, maybe even your roommate or all the above, own one. After owning an iPhone personally myself, I wanted to research and discover the origin of who was behind the idea of this ingenious invention. The iPhone has evolved significantly since its original production, only becoming slimmer, faster, smarter, and even more equipped with features to make it more convenient for us. Its production revolutionized the concept of smartphones altogether. Today I will explain to you how the iPhone came to be what it is today after years of struggle in its development, and secondly, how the iPhone has changed the way we use and view cell phones. Now that I have introduced the iPhone, let me now explain how it came to existence. According to High Technology magazine, the concept of configuring a mobile phone with a computer originated in the mind of a German engineer, Harmer Esslinger, in 1983. Harmer Esslinger was hired by Jobs to work for Apple in 1982 to help him design and amplify the look of Apple and help him think of futuristic gadgets. In 1983, Jobs and Esslinger assembled the first unofficial prototype for the iPhone. However, the prototype was never improved because they both quit in 1985, but Jobs returned to join Apple in 1997. According to Wired Mag, by 2002, Apple produced the first iPod, gaining the attention of millions of Americans. Jobs began pondering the idea of combining a music player with a cell phone so that it would be easier to carry around one electronic instead of two. He wanted to create a phone that went beyond just simple text message, emails, and phone calls, and surfing the internet. In order to do this, according to Business Week magazine, he knew that he had to create a phone that could be able to eventually shift Apple into the world of wireless networking. He had to create an entirely new data system that could manage a complex system of networking, extravagant graphics, and a large amount of encrypted data. A few years after tough competition with other wireless companies on producing a new, better, smarter phone that could play music, Apple finally decided to approach Singular about partnering up. Singular agreed to partner up with Apple, and according to TechSavvy magazine, the first iPhone was completed and introduced to the world on January 9, 2007, 2 years after partnering up with Singular. However, the iPhone was introduced to the public on that following June. According to 4 months after its initial release in the market, the iTouch followed it and lowered its price from $600 to $400. Now that I have enlightened you on the origin of the iPhone, I will now tell you on how the iPhone evolved over time and jump-started an era of smartphones. Since its initial release into the world in 2007, there have been multiple improvements on the iPhone as the years and upgrades continue. After being named Invention of the Year and by Time magazine in October of 2007, Apple released a 16GB iPhone following that February, which enhanced the amount of storage space for the iPhone, allowing it to store more music and pictures than ever. 5 months later, Apple released the new iPhone 3G. The new iPhone came with a faster and more advanced network that also came with a satellite GPS. The iPhone 3GS, which followed it in 2009, began the now popular trend of the 3GS data network, S standing for speed. While previous smartphones could also gain internet access, the iPhone with 3GS was quicker than any other smartphone due to the newly improved 3G network. The newest iPhone also came equipped with a high megapixel camera and a new feature of voice control. The iPhone 4 followed it in June of 2010. The iPhone 4 came with two high-quality cameras, one on the front and one on the back, which allowed for people to use FaceTime, which is the first form of video chat from a mobile device. The iPhone 4 also enabled you to watch movies straight from the palm of your hand. The iPhone 4S was released 16 months after the iPhone 4, in October of 2011. The iPhone 4S has the same features as the data network behind it, but it is improved from 4G to 3 instead of 3G. The iPhone 4S comes with a breakthrough in cell phone technology of advancement of a virtual assistant capable of intelligent voice recognition. The way the iPhone started an era of smartphones is the instant success and popularity of the iPhone set the bar for all other cell phone companies. Soon, Samsung, Motorola, HTC, LG, and Google began coming out with more advanced smartphones similar to the iPhone, with other companies producing smartphones replicating the iPhone. The price for an advanced smartphone became affordable. Currently, 11.7 million Americans own a smartphone, and 6.4 of them own an iPhone. This statistic is from an iPod blog. I'm old. The iPhone 3G was the first phone to introduce the application store. The application store now made the iPhone useful on a plethora of purposes, and that wasn't just a phone that could do standard email, texting, and calling. It was much beyond it, according to CBS. It could do almost anything you can think of. Businesses and corporations quickly caught on to the sudden popularity of applications. Companies began creating apps for their businesses, hoping to expand their business and attract consumers. Applications were accessed by millions of people at all of a variety of age, so it's a really good, lucrative way to advertise and reach consumers. In conclusion, the iPhone has evolved significantly since its original production, only becoming a slimmer, smarter, and faster version, more equipped with convenient features. Its production truly revolutionized the concept of smartphones. Today I've told you how the iPhone first originated, the improvements it made over time, and the way the iPhone has revolutionized smartphones. Next time you use or come in contact with an iPhone, thank it for being so much more than just a normal cell phone.
You gotta get goofy, yo. You gotta get goofy, yo. You gotta get goofy.